Hello children, today we are going to start the new chapter and the name of the chapter is the seed. So let's start.
Long, long ago, in China, there lived a wise emperor whose once dark braid had turned the color of new fallen snow. He was old and it was time for him to choose a successor. Although he had many sons and grandsons to choose from, the emperor felt that power and wealth had made his heirs lazy. He wanted to appoint someone outside the family.
Long ago there lived a king in China, as you see in the story, and by the time he grew old and his once dark braid means ponytail or plaint, grows to the color of new fallen snow, means his black hair turned into white. That because he is growing old, and this is the time when he have to choose a successor for his empire. He had many sons and grandsons to choose from, but he realized that all his family members grow lazy because of the power and wealth. So he wanted to choose someone from outside of the family.
Someone outside the family. Loud drums called a gathering of young men to the temple at the top of the mountain. When they arrived, the emperor, seated on a magnificent throne, announced, "It is time to choose the next emperor." The shocked townsmen whispered among themselves, "Nothing like this has ever happened before." The emperor continued, "Today, each of you will take a seed. In 1 year, you will bring your plant to the temple." A golden bowl filled with seeds was set before the crowd. Each person took just one seed. A young man named Jun was last in line. He chose his seed carefully.
So when the king decided to choose one from the outside of the family, in order to do that he announced in the temple at the top of the mountain that it is time to choose the next emperor. In order to choose his successor, the king told that here is a here are some seeds, and all of you have to take one seed, and after 1 year with the brought up plan came to the temple again. Then by seeing the plants, he maybe choose his successor. So each one of them is given a seed. There is a young man called Chun. He is the last of the line, and he chose his seed carefully.
Jun was last in line. He chose his seed carefully, holding it tightly in his fist. He ran home to tell his mother. She listened to the story and gave him a beautiful blue and white porcelain bowl. Jun placed pebbles and then soil in the bowl and tenderly planted his seed. Each day, Jun carefully watered the seed. He watched and waited, but nothing happened. Others talked about their plants that were pushing up through the soil. Weeks passed, and still Jun's seed did not sprout. "Something's wrong," Jun thought, but he did not give up and kept watering his seed. Other men in the village were transplanting their original plants into bigger containers. Jun thought he must have done something wrong. He prayed in the temple for a miracle.
After getting the seed, Chun came back to the home and told his mother, and his mother gave him a blue and white porcelain bowl. You can see his mother gave him a porcelain bowl. Porcelain means a hard substance made by baking clay, used for making cups, plates, and bowls. And after getting the porcelain bowl, Chun placed some pebbles on the bottom and then placed some soil, and then put the seed into the soil and carefully water it. Others in the town talked about their plants, that how they grow, but Chun's seed did not sprout yet. Something wrong, Chun thought, but he did not give up and kept watering his plant. The others grow their plant more bigger and transplanting them into the bigger pot. Chun thought he must have done some mistake, and he go to the temple and pray for God that his seed must be sprout, and there must be a miracle.
Miracle. 6 months went by, and still nothing grew in his blue and white bowl. Could I have killed my seed with too much water? He wondered. All around in the village, there were containers filled with wonderful-looking plants. But Jun's seed had not yet sprouted. The 1 year mark arrived, and it was time to carry the plants up the mountain to the temple. I'm not taking my empty bowl to the temple, Jun said to his mother. You must go, she encouraged. You have done your best and must keep your promise. Although Jun felt sad and a little embarrassed, he carried his empty bowl up the steep stone steps that led to the temple. When he arrived at the top, there were so many plants that it was easy to hide his empty bowl among them.
6 months passed, but Chun's seed did not sprout yet, and he thought he must be kill the seed by more watering it. All around the village, the villagers grow their plants. There are beautiful various types of plants they grow. The mark that was the 1 year mark that was given by the king was passed, and all of the villagers carry their plants to the mountain. But Chun did not want to go and told his mother that empty bowl embarrassed him. But his mother encouraged him and told him that he must go to the temple because he promised to do so. So Chun with his empty bowl go to the temple. When he arrived the temple with his empty bowl, he found that there are so many plants and there are beautiful plants, and it is easy to hide his empty bowl among them.
Hid his empty bowl among them. Those are the most beautiful plants I've ever seen, exclaimed exclaimed the emperor as he sat on his throne. As he stood up and walked around, he noticed the empty blue and white porcelain bowl behind a big plant. "What's this?" he questioned, holding the bowl in his hands. Jun tried to hide, but those near him laughed and pushed him forward. "What is your name?" the emperor asked. "My name is Jun," he whispered, without looking up. "Why did you bring me an empty bowl?" he questioned. "My seed didn't grow," Jun replied. "I failed." "You did not fail," the emperor said. "Last year, I passed out seeds and told you all to plant them. But the seeds I gave you had been boiled. None of them could have possibly grown." He raised his voice and spoke to the crowd. "When you found out that your seeds would not sprout, you substituted other seeds. Only one person had enough honesty and courage to bring me the original seed. That is why Jun will be the next emperor."
After seeing all the plants, the emperor checked every pot and he noticed that there is a blue white porcelain bowl that is empty. No plant is there. After holding the porcelain bowl, king questioned that whose ball is this? Chun tried to hide, but those around him laughed and pushed him forward. When king asked Chun that why did he bring a empty bowl to him, Chun answered that he tried hard, but his seed did not sprout. Then he said that he failed, but king revealed that the seed that was given that were given to him were all boiled. They did not have the ability to make a spout, and king understand that all the villagers who took the seed substitute the seed with other seed. That's why they grow a plant. But Chun did not do that. So king by that examination, king get his successor, and Chun will be the next emperor. Okay, students, that's all for now. We will start the exercise in the next class. Thank you.